Hi, I'm Kate Johnson from Heritage Business Services. I'm coming to you today with a quick video about a book that I just read. I think it will really help frame how to price your services if you're a service provider, and it's free, so I'm excited to share this with you. The book is called Breaking the Time Barrier, and it's by the CEO of FreshBooks. Everyone knows that I support clients on FreshBooks and I'm a big fan, but I had never heard of this until I heard a podcast from these guys who run a podcast called The Six Figure Creative, and they interviewed Mike McDermott, who is the CEO and wrote this book. And yeah, so Breaking the Time Barrier is all about how you can live up to your true earning potential and quit charging with that hourly billing. So I wanted to dive in a little bit with some of my main takeaways. I suggest everyone gets a copy of this. It's free. I'll put a link below of exactly how to download it, and it takes about 45 minutes to read. It kind of has a fable feel. It's not your typical business book, and that was refreshing. I know a lot of people can be turned off by sort of hardcore, like analytical business book, and this just is going to help you start to think about it differently. Some of my favorite concepts in the book are he works through the pricing journey, but it doesn't present value pricing as the perfect solution for every business owner at every stage. Depending on where you are in your business journey, you might be able to start with value pricing, or you might have to go on a journey to do this. So it's something that every business owner can work towards, and he gives a lot of examples of how business owners at different stages can start to incorporate this into their businesses. He's also not patronizing when he talks about it. I am a service provider myself, and especially in the accounting world, there's a lot of people who preach about value pricing and how great it is, and I do try to do it myself, but they can kind of make you feel really dumb if you've ever charged hourly, or if maybe you think there are some projects that you should still charge hourly for. And so he presents the picture, he presents the benefits, but doesn't make you feel stupid for how you've been pricing in the past. Another key concept that I want to emphasize that I really took away is this concept of, if we charge hourly, if a business owner charges hourly, then we get penalized for doing our job better and faster. We'll make less money if we do our job with less hours. And so this is just a great way to reframe it. He presents that concept very well about how we should be paid for the years and years of training and expertise and study that we bring to a project. He also doesn't present value pricing like a magic pill. It's not going to solve all your problems. You are going to occasionally get dinged on some projects, but you'll get better at it. You'll get better at estimating the effort you're going to have to put into a project. And overall, I think the pros of value pricing outweigh the cons. And so for 45 minutes of your time reading this book, I challenge you to see if I'm wrong. I think you'll think it is the pros outweigh the cons as well. He does work through some very specific examples of different business owners who might try to apply this. And as you're reading it, you might be thinking like, oh, but Mike, what about this situation or this situation? And it's really good that he presents such a variety of different flavors of how to do this. And he kind of stops our no mentality, and instead just presents how value pricing can work for such a variety of businesses. There's a section called the 7 mutual benefits of exploring value with your clients, and it's pure gold. I'm going to tick off the list of these, but you've got to go get the book and read these. These are the benefits to both you and your client. It creates trust, it fosters alignment, helps your client better evaluate vendors, it frames the solution as an investment, not an expense, it inspires action, it inspires the client to take action, it lets your clients make an informed business decision, and it establishes a trusted partnership. And the last thing that I took away was just how important that character in the book named Karen is, and we all need that mentor. We all need that person who's really been there, who's a lot further down the path than we are and who can help us. So I just encourage you to, make sure you're not going through business alone. Find that mentor. I know I've had them in my own bookkeeping business. The value that they bring is just incalculable, and I hope to be able to pay it forward. I feel like I already am trying to pay it forward as well. So I challenge you to give yourself a deadline, put it in your calendar, make a coffee date with yourself, and book some time with yourself as soon as possible to download this book and read it. Again, it takes about 45 minutes. I personally printed it off. I'm still one of those people who has a printer and uses it. I printed it off and read it on the Stairmaster at the gym, and it worked. That, you know, it's that easy of that easy of a read. I'd love to know what's the one step that you're going to take now that you've read this book, after you have had a chance to read it. How are you going to start unlocking your true earning potential, as Mike says? If you ever need assistance with your bookkeeping, you can always reach out for a free consultation. I'm happy to talk about that. You will have to adopt some different practices if you adopt a value pricing model, and FreshBooks is totally equipped to help you do that. I'm happy to help as well. You can reach out to me also for a free 90-day trial of FreshBooks. I always like to point that out. And you'll be able to fully test out FreshBooks before having to commit to investing in that software. All right, well, I hope this was compelling. I would love to know what you thought of the book. It was really valuable for me to read because I am a service provider, and I think it'll be very valuable for you too.